Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another episode of Laid Back Ass Podcast. It's your man, Figure Kid. We have some sound issues, and I don't have the patience to deal with that shit right now. What's up, bro? What we talking about today?
I guess we got a couple topics. This might be our last podcast on this one, man.
Oh man, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed, bro. We'll get into the ads a little later because I'm pissed off. How y'all feeling? How was your week, bro?
It was chill. I just relaxed pretty much all week.
Okay.
I had a holiday weekend, so it was a couple extra days that felt like there was nothing to do, but I did fill it with things.
Okay.
Celebrated a friend's birthday and got kind of lit.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Did you have a wedding?
Nope.
No marriage?
Nope.
Get married?
No marriage this weekend.
Mm.
September now is different, though. The rest of the month is busy.
All right. That's a good problem to have.
That is a good problem.
I cooked yesterday.
How did it turn out? Had it for leftovers?
Yeah, I got a little nice amount of leftovers. I got some pork chops. I think I'm gonna go make when I get home. Cause I made pork chops and I made baked mac, baked beans, dressing, green beans, mashed potatoes, pork chops, and cornbread muffins.
That sounds fire.
Yeah. It was pretty good, man. A couple friends came over. We ate. And that was it. I played a lot of 2K this weekend. 2K23. I won some, I lost some. You know how that goes. I was playing against my homie Frost. Last night we was up till 6 a.m. and he beat me probably like 6, 7 times in a row. Right? Just beat me, smacking me, right? And then I haven't played the game in like years. He play all the time, but he's smacking me, and he talking shit. And I'm like, bro, you playing with a cheat code? And I pick up the Nuggets. I'm playing with the Nuggets, but I mean, the Nuggets versus the fucking Suns. Come on, son, you're playing with a cheat code, bro. He was playing with a cheat code. It didn't make any sense. He was talking all this shit, and I'm like, bro, you're playing with the Suns. So we get all the way to like 5:30. He like, all right. I'm like, all right, man, this is my last one. He like, all right, bet. Let's just switch controllers, switch teams, and I play with the Suns, and he play with the Nuggets, right? Smacked him. Because Kevin Durant is a fucking cheat code, bro. He is a cheat code, and it don't make no goddamn sense. It don't make no goddamn sense, bro. I mean, even when he was playing, his only strategy was to get to the hole, score with Kevin Durant, get the ball to Kevin Durant. I walk, even on defense, I walk up and he double teaming me with whoever is locked on me and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, lanky ass, moving across the court, going everywhere. I'm like, bro, this nigga on some bullshit. He was hooping though. He definitely had. And then when he wasn't playing with Kevin Durant, he knew how to shoot with everybody on the team. So he'll pass it out to Devin Booker, pass it out to Chris Paul. Which, why is Chris Paul on that team? I don't know, but whatever. Pass it out to Okogie. He just had options. He's just passing it to anybody who was available. And Jokic, it was annoying me. I'm playing with the Nuggets, that nigga, bro. In real life, he's a cheat code. On 2K20, okay, on 2K24, he probably gonna be a cheat code.
Yeah.
But on 2K23, I'm talking about right in front of the hoop, one man in my face, 30% covered. How come I can't slam it down? Why is he missing everything, bro? I can't just slam it. Okay, cool. Don't let me slam it down. I'm gonna go for the 2-pointer. I'm gonna go for the little field goal. That's his range, right? He gonna hit you with a hook. I'm putting up hook shots with this nigga brick. Get the fuck out of here. That's not what's supposed to happen when you playing with Jokic. That's not what's supposed to happen, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you right. That's why I don't play 2K.
Get the fuck out of here, man. They on bullshit. I'm like, bro, you on bullshit. Because Joker is a cheat code. He's supposed to be as much as a cheat code, if not more, than Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
If not more than Kevin Durant. Like, come on, let's be honest here. He should have been out there making 3-pointers that's impossible to make, just like he do in real life.
Oh, yeah, he be hitting some stuff. I'd be like, bro, what?
And before I was playing with the Nuggets, I was playing with the Sixers. I got a couple dubs in with them, but he figured that out quick. He started running with, kept running his Kevin Durant play. And the problem with the Suns is they bench his ass. I mean, not the Suns, but the Sixers. They bench his ass. The Nuggets is too. They B teams is just, it's like, bruh, y'all not keeping me in the game. I can come back with Embiid and Harden and Maxey and Tobias Harris. I can come back with these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start putting in the B squad niggas,
Pack it up.
I might as well pack it up. These niggas finna get a 15-point lead on me. They finna take off. They finna take the fuck off because these B squad niggas is not hooping. These bench niggas is not hooping the way I need them to hoop.
Nope.
Very disappointing. So I played some 2K this weekend. It was frustrating. I spent today not doing shit, just hanging out with my dogs, eating leftovers.
Your figurative dogs or the canines?
Canines.
Okay.
My canines. I spent my day hanging out with my canines companions, my canine compadres. And that was cool. I mean, first time I left the house was to come do the pod.
So it probably felt like a real calm, relaxed day.
Or bored.
That was your choice, though.
Bored ass day. Yeah, but I ain't had nothing to do.
Well, you could have filled it with a number of things.
Like what? Be descriptive.
Open the phone lines up, you know what I mean?
Talk to somebody.
Or like,
It's the last thing I want.
Now a word from our sponsors.
All right, well, let's pay some bills. This episode of the Layback Ass Podcast is sponsored by Harris Boys Electrical Service. If you need any lights, plugs, switches, maybe you got stuff in the house that's not coming on, man. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you got a garbage disposal that's not working. Maybe you got a ceiling fan need to get put up. Maybe you got a bath fan need to get put up because you got mold in your bathroom. Let's talk about that. Let's have that conversation. People don't want to have that conversation. We can have that conversation. If we had that conversation, what I would tell you is to contact Harris Boys Electrical Service because they can take care of all your electrical needs. That's 810-449-2445. We bring power to the people. Now let's get back to the show. Come on now. They know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, dog. So, like I was saying, I was just chilling today, just vibing. Didn't really get much into anything. Tomorrow is back to the work week.
Yep.
Wednesday, got to get my hair cut for my homeboy birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's his birthday, so I'm giving me a fresh cut.
is he the barber?
No,
So you're giving him some money?
I'm going to let him see me have a nice haircut.
Fresh fade? Okay.
Yeah, for my birthday. For his birthday. I'm going to let
That is
him
crazy.
see me have a nice haircut for his birthday. Because what he would not, the last thing my homie would want is for me to pull up to his, birthday gathering without a haircut. Right? That'd be like the opposite of a gift. Anti-gift.
Wait, yours October or November?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine is
Oh, no, it's
November.
beginning. It's November? Are you lying to me? It's the beginning. It's in the springtime, ain't it?
my birthday is in March.
Yeah, okay.
It's in March.
What about you, Shepard?
That's like the big steps.
Mine's Wednesday.
This week?
Yeah.
Get my
You the fade man, huh?
Yeah.
You're the one he don't want to let down,
I
huh?
don't wanna
I
let
guess
I
so.
don't want to let him down with this. I got to get this cut. He was telling me, like, bro, you should get a haircut. And I was thinking to myself, well, might as well. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Your birthday.
I don't remember telling him that though.
What didn't you remember telling me?
That you need to get a haircut.
I do? Okay, I will.
Okay.
It's no problem. Only if you think so.
He's going to set it up for Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I grabbed one on Wednesday, bro. Let me share the podcast. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in. We can get straight into these topics because y'all know who it is. Burning Man flooded this week. Did y'all see that?
Nope, but
No,
read about it. yeah.
Burning
I
Man,
don't even know what that is.
they had torrential downpours. You know what Burning Man is?
No.
You fucking child.
It's like Fire
How
Festival,
old are you
only
turning?
it actually happened.
27.
27? Okay, Burning Man has been going on for 3 times your age. It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just it used to be a bunch of hippies going out to the desert.
On a barter system.
Okay, so what it is they disconnect from society, and then they build a society that's based upon giving and receiving. So you might need some water while you're there,
And you got shrooms.
they just need something done. They need help putting up a tent or some shit.
Blowy.
You a blowy. You would help them by putting up the tent and giving them a blowy, and then you would get the water.
Yep.
Like old boy gave them the blowjob for the fire festival.
That's not an even exchange.
Well, it could be. It depends on how good it is.
Depends on how thirsty you are.
And how good the blowy is.
I would just be dehydrated.
Well, that's not true.
It is because I'm
You
not.
would suck a
giving-
dick for water.
No, I'm not.
You would suck a dick to stay alive.
This is
Okay. Before we get into this Burning Man conversation, let's talk about it. If you ingested a poison, correct?
Mhm.
And the only antidote for said poison was inside of a dick, and you had to suck it out, would you do it?
No, I start burying.
To completion, by the way.
6 feet. I'm gonna start burying my own grave.
You're gonna dig 6 feet so you can dig your knees into the ground.
Man, I wish I had a zipper file sound. Because it'd be like zip,
Would you suck a dick to stay alive?
zip.
I would suck a dick to stay alive. No homo. No homo.
Yeah, no, those jeans are getting unzipped.
But so what's the worst that could happen if you suck the dick to stay alive?
You swallowed.
That is. That's a fair consequence.
But you know what?
That's a fair consequence. What
If
the
that's
worst thing that
the
could happen is
antidote,
that
well, then I know what I'm doing. Then I know what I'm doing later. I'm gonna go make some money.
the worst thing that could happen is that you like it.
Yeah. Now I'm making money. Now there's another avenue for me to make some money, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Anybody to tap in. No. So what's the worst thing that could happen if you suck the dick to stay alive?
Knowing in my conscience I had to do that to stay alive.
bro, you have a conscience at that point. You're still alive.
Yeah, because you would lose your conscience if you didn't.
The worst thing that could happen is the antidote.
Yeah, I just,
The antidote didn't work.
oh
That-
man.
The antidote did. That would suck.
Like he didn't have enough
Literally.
inside of him.
That would suck.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Oh man.
What if
Then
it's
you'd have
like,
to
no,
do
you
it
didn't
again.
get enough out. You got to go again.
Or like that dude doesn't produce the antidote within his semen, so you got to find another dude with the antidote, and it takes 3 or 4 guys before you find it. That's the worst. that could happen.
Or after you finish, he say, "No, dummy. The injection site was on the side.
Backside.
You just had to suck the shaft. Instead, you went full face."
Oh man.
Everybody got to die then.
All right. So what happens if it had to be ingested anally?
I'm dead.
Yeah, I would die, but that's not because I would want to die. I would probably try,
I wouldn't. I'm just.
but
bro,
that seems like something that would take a lot of mental preparation. And in the midst of trying to prepare myself, I would probably
Might be
die.
too late.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have enough time. But hypothetically, you had enough time.
I can't take
It
a
just
dick.
had to
I
be
can't
done.
take a dick without no mental preparation. That's for sure. That's for sure. I couldn't just wake up and take a dick. That would be insane, right? That wouldn't be crazy. Yo, what are you laughing at? You don't think that'd be crazy?
No, just the way you said it. It's wild.
But it's okay. So you could just take a dick with no preparation.
No, I probably die.
It's
It's about a 90%
You would
chance
die
I'ma
taking
die.
a dick.
No, I'm just like a 90% chance I'm gonna die because I'm not gonna prepare myself.
Okay, but if let's say you had to take a dick, do you think you could do it easily, or would it take a lot of mental preparation?
It's gonna take me a minute.
It's gonna take you a while. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna take you some mental preparation to.
Do I really need to be alive?
Is this something I really need? No, probably not.
I lived a good 27 years,
The afterlife is, it's probably a good
probably
next
lit.
step.
It's probably really
Probably a good next step, actually. I'm okay with that. But people could say that is a very homophobic comment. You'd rather be dead than to suck a dick.
No, it's not. It's not homo. If that's what you like to do, go ahead.
But why are you demonizing sucking dick so much?
I'm not demonizing anything.
But because if it's
If
such a
you
bad
like it,
thing, if it's
go
such a
ahead.
bad thing, you can't expect the chick to suck your dick if it's so bad.
She won't be with me.
What you mean she won't
Phoebe.
be with you? You can't expect her to suck your dick if it's such a bad thing.
I don't expect her to, but she don't. She should expect me to be with her. Then.
Let's talk about Burning Man, bro, because you got me off on a tangent about dick sucking. That's not even where we was going. That's not even where we was going. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't
Not
do
even where we was
anything.
going. But back to Burning Man. Do you have an understanding what Burning Man is?
Now I do, and
It's nothing to do with dick sucking.
Yeah.
no, I'm just talking about the
They
giving.
go
it-
out there, they playing EDM music, they got all types of shit, they got doctors, and most of the time it's rich people. We're not gonna pretend this is a poor thing. It costs a lot of money to get to Burning Man, let alone your setup. You gotta have a fucking RV or a camper or a tent. You gotta have water, food, shit to supply you for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks off of work.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
that's rich people.
The trip out there is gonna cost you thousands of dollars to fucking get
Where's it at? I don't remember.
near Vegas or something,
Okay.
or near like I don't know. It's a desert in that
So
area.
I've heard of
that
it.
part of the country.
Now that you're saying it's close to Vegas.
And they end it
I
by
heard-
setting a huge wood burning man on fire.
Yeah, no. I never knew it was called Burning Man though.
You ever watch Malcolm in the Middle?
No.
Grow the fuck up, you young bitch. You ever watch Malcolm in the Middle?
73,000 people.
You ever watch?
Yes.
Did you see that episode? I think it was near the end where they went to Burning Man.
No.
It's an episode where they actually went to Burning Man as a family. They just ended up going on accident, I think. But they were there. Long story short, there was like a hurricane or something, and it was like torrential downpour, like hella rain. It flooded the playa, which is what they call where Burning Man is, and it was just muddy and shitty. And long story short, it was very hard for people to leave or do anything because the mud was like 12 inches thick, and they'd try to walk through it, and they fucking shoes would come off, and they couldn't drive through it. Cars was getting stuck, and it became like a huge thing. And people were saying it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. They saying there was reports coming out that people there was getting sick, like having big ass boils on their face, and there was reports of people out there being an outbreak of Ebola. It was all types of weird reports going on because they said it was a conspiracy to
Still editing.
It's a lot going on. Are you hooked up to the sound?
No, that was because
Oh, I was gonna say that shit loud, nigga. Damn. No, yeah. So, yeah, they flooded, and I think that them saying that this is all like some. It's not that it's a conspiracy, but them pretending like this is just like a huge disaster. I think it is. What's it called when it's like a human, like a project, a scientific experiment? What's it called? Huh?
We'll do what with that?
When you do like a social experiment.
Okay.
I think it's a social experiment where they acting like it's just some huge disaster to see how we would respond to them people being trapped there. Even though nothing's really going on. It's just muddy. And they'll be okay. So they got this thing where they was locking them all in, like locking the gates and telling them they couldn't leave because people was trying to like force their trucks, the big trucks that could make it out in the RVs through the mud to get there. But the thing is, if they stay there and the weather settles out in the next few days, the mud will harden up and they can drive right over it. But if they all try to push out while the mud is wet, it's going to create a bunch of
Ruts.
in the mud that they'll never be able to drive through. So they was trying to get people to stay throughout the shitty weather, wait for it to dry up and leave. But so many people was just like, nah, we're leaving anyway because we're selfish fucks. And I guess another big problem that they having is people are leaving all of their shit. Like all of the shit they got ruined there, they tents, they got ruined in the mud and the rain and everything. And all the whatever they brought down there and set up, they leaving so much shit that people are going to have to clean up before next year's Burning Man, or even just clean up in general.
Period. Yeah.
And if people leave this much shit, it's going to fuck up them having a Burning Man next year. You know what I mean? Because they being so irresponsible with leaving so much stuff behind. The people responsible for actually throwing the shit not gonna do it because the cost to clean it all up is gonna be so exorbitant.
So what?
Exorbitant.
Okay.
He's starting to use more fancy words.
I'm
Yeah.
a fancy Negro. You fancy monkey. That's what Frieza would say.
Yeah. She definitely would call you a monkey.
Fancy monkey.
Are they racist?
Frieza?
Frieza? Oh, he
Frieza.
Hella
He or
racist.
she is a racist.
Okay.
just, it was naturally born racist.
So yeah, it did go from the 27th to the 4th. So it was supposed to be over today.
Yeah, but that mud got them trapped. They're not the only place that's flooding. Las Vegas flooded over the weekend, and New Orleans is flooded right now as well. There's a lot of, like, when I say flooded, I mean cars are trapped under the water. It's probably like this much of the car over the water. Like, it's, they
That's
cannot
happened
drive.
in Detroit when we had that big storm.
The world is, what y'all think it is? The end of the world?
No,
No.
Beginning of the world?
definitely not the beginning.
Okay, right.
How you know?
Well, that's very true. I
Depends on how long
don't.
the world lasts, right?
Right.
We could still be in the beginning right
That's
now.
very true.
But then again, we didn't have any really bad rainstorms here
Nigga,
this
we
year.
didn't.
I said we didn't.
We
I'm talking about
did.
Michigan.
We did.
Dang, somebody
We
drowned.
just had a really bad rain.
No, I'm talking about like usually we have a lot of rain.
But we just had one.
We had one.
The other day, they just had one. In all
I'm
three
talking
of
about
those
usually in
different places.
Michigan we have a couple.
Man,
We
that was
only
a
had
pretty-
one.
That was a pretty bad one though. Like these streets was flooded. Cars was
Oh, yeah.
getting stuck. Like my street was flooded.
Oh, mine was too.
There's a lot going on.
But we only had one. Usually it's a
We
couple.
only had one. That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes is one. And then a dude was on there. A dude made a video about Burning Man. And he was like, everybody just needs to stay calm. We're doing a great job getting through it. Stay positive. We lost a couple people yesterday, but stay up and don't be negative, and everything's going to be okay. We're going to get out of this together. It's like,
People
nigga, what? People died and you just cruised past that?
We lost a couple people, but it's gonna be okay. Look, I would have looked at him like, how is this okay?
Yeah, man. All right, Burning Man. We talked about that. What else y'all want to talk about? Kanye?
We can talk about them.
We can run through this Kanye topic real quick. Kanye West was seen in Venice, Italy, not Venice Beach. He was out there in the foreign spots, and he was on a boat, and allegedly it looked like he was getting head, right, from his wife Bianca. Now, fast forward to now, and the boat taxi company he was riding on, they banned him. They banned him for life for getting head on the boat. Ain't that crazy?
I don't know why they just can't let that man live.
Ain't no way in the hell you gonna ban me from some shit. As a Italian, you a foreign motherfucker. No, there's a language barrier. You don't really understand what was happening in that moment.
Yeah, maybe she was just trying to
Maybe in your culture,
yeah,
I was getting head,
and maybe she needed
but in my
the
culture,
antidote.
I was. Maybe she was poisoned.
Yeah,
Let's talk
You
about
can't. Yeah, you gotta ask. Seek to understand.
If she was giving me head, right?
Yeah.
Let's say because we don't know what she was doing, but if she was giving me head, how come I wasn't sucking her titties at some point during that excursion? Huh? How come I didn't have a titty in my mouth? I can't. There's no way in the world I was getting head without sucking titties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, because I feel like that is a little further away.
No, I mean, like, at some point during this, she gonna stop sucking my dick and I'm gonna suck a titty.
Okay, now I feel
Okay,
it.
You know what
now
I mean?
that I can come to an understanding.
Yeah,
So I couldn't have been getting head if you didn't see me sucking
unless she's
a
got
titty.
some long titties.
Now, those exist.
Yes, they do.
Those exist. So so my thing is, I couldn't have been getting head because you didn't see me sucking a titty.
Mhm.
If so facto, Mr. Collapso. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
The-
No story.
The shit prove you don't have a story, you don't have a case.
Yep.
All you saw was a butt cheek. You saw my butt cheek and thought I was getting head. How'd that even correlate? How many times you seen a butt cheek and a nigga was getting head?
Well, I actually have never because
Come on now, let's talk about it.
I've
why would they make that assumption?
yeah.
Why would they make that assumption? Why would they jump straight to that? You must have been getting head because I saw your butt cheek. No, nigga, I'm black. I was sagging. I wasn't wearing underwear.
Well, I mean, was her face close to his front?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, that's probably what they
She
seen.
was praying.
No. I'm not saying she was given fellatio.
So we can go to Italy, but we can't get religious. We can't talk to the Pope. We can't pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have that conversation.
They're taking everything from us.
Where the Vatican at?
He was probably also given a
Let's talk about it.
no.
Well, Kanye's a little old. Kanye's a little old. We're not gonna do that. All right, he's an adult.
Let's talk about it. No.
He didn't meet the Johnny Depp requirements.
Oh man, that's another topic.
Is Johnny Depp the one that messed with? No, that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
No.
He didn't
Leo.
meet the DiCaprio requirements.
It's a report that's coming out that he's dating a 20-year-old.
No, she's 22. Jenna Ortega.
He's 60 though.
No. She came out and said that wasn't true.
Oh.
She came out and said she ain't never met that man in her life. And you know what? I've heard women say that before.
Yep, women you met,
Yeah.
and they said they ain't never met you before. You know
Why
what
would
I'm
you
saying?
bring me into this? I was saying that women told me that before.
Okay.
Why would you put me on the other end of the spectrum?
I've
like
been
that?
in that
Like I'm
position
some
too. That's all.
Shiesty Schuster ass nigga.
No,
Let's talk.
not at all. I don't think you want to.
All right. Well, let's talk about this.
I don't think you do either.
We're gonna have a conversation that I know nobody wants to have.
Okay.
And what is that?
There was a video on social media where a beautiful Somalian black woman with a amazing turd cutter on the back of her. I'm talking that poop chute was thick. Right?
Okay.
She was walking out of the club or whatever establishment she was walking out of, allegedly. And a dude asked for her phone number. Allegedly. I wasn't there. She said no. Allegedly. And then he picked up an alleged brick and hit her across the alleged face.
With the brick.
The alleged brick.
Well, I'm saying he didn't just pick the brick up and then hit her with his
He
fist.
allegedly picked up a brick.
Oh, he didn't allegedly pick up the brick and allegedly hit her in the face with
Alleged face.
alleged face with his
Alleged.
alleged hand.
Yeah, he
You know, like maybe
allegedly
he
hit
wanted
her
the
with
weight
the- he allegedly hit her with the brick.
he wanted the weight
And first
distribution
off,
to be even.
Before we even get into the topic and we start asking any questions and start getting into any dialogue, I want to say
What's up, Melissa?
you shouldn't hit hit women with bricks. You shouldn't hit nobody with bricks. You shouldn't be slanging bricks.
Allegedly.
Let's start off by saying that. No, that's not even alleged.
Yeah, figurative bricks or
Nobody-
literal bricks?
Nobody should be hitting people with cement or concrete bricks. Nobody should be doing that. It should not be happening. I don't support it, and I think anybody who hitting somebody with a brick or threatening to hit somebody with a brick should be put down. Okay, threatening is a little far. You don't need to be put down for threatening somebody. But doing it, put them down. Put them in the ground. They're horrible, evil, terrible people. I don't support that. Now, I want to provide some more backstory
Before we do, J-Dub, can you hand me another one?
Yep.
that people on the podcast might not know about. I think we might have talked about it actually on this podcast, but we might have new listeners who don't remember this situation. So I went bowling with my friends a couple years ago, and when I was at the bowling alley, I seen a young black kid walking with his girlfriend, like snatching her up towards the bathroom, about to rough her up in the back, like in a secluded area, because he was in public. Oh shit! Dragging her out. And so I went and got in the middle of that, and it became a whole altercation where I'm arguing with the young man, and he act like he wanted to fight. He didn't want to fight, but I was finna lay hands on him because you don't do that, right? Especially not in public. You lost your mind. Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you should say you shouldn't do it in private either. Listen.
No, I will spill this whole thing on the phone.
I seen that. No, you shouldn't do it in private either. But you shouldn't do it in public. Like, that's crazy. That's insane because now I can see you and beat you up. If you don't want to get beat up, that's probably not something you should do.
Yeah,
You don't get that.
okay.
So I went and almost beat up the young dude. They ended up leaving. He and the young lady left with him. And all the other people they came with. I say that to say this. I have no problem stepping up to protect somebody I feel need protection. I have no problem stepping up to help black women. I have no issues, no qualms with being a hero in a situation where somebody clearly needs to be a hero, right? Especially when nobody else is willing to do it. I have no problems with that. I think it's important that people who need saving be saved. I think that's extremely important. But I also want to say, what's going on, Melissa? I don't think that if you choose not to be a hero, you're a bad person. Or if you choose not to get involved with a situation that has nothing to do with you, that you're wrong. I don't think that's wrong at all. I don't think everyone is cut out to be a hero. I don't think if everyone was supposed, if being a hero was just being a man or being a man's trait, there wouldn't be a word for it. It would be called being a man. It would be that would be it. Oh, you're a man. You're not a hero. They wouldn't need Batman. You wouldn't need stories about Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four because men would be heroes. Because that is what you are saying they are. But that's not the truth. And that's not a character trait that's specific to men or required to be in men. Like, there are not brave people who exist, and that's okay. Everybody don't got to be brave. That's fine. I think it's wrong to assume that everybody should be. That's fucked up. And and let's take it even a step further. I think it's wrong to assume that everybody should be willing to put themselves in danger for anybody else besides if they just wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, if everyone's goal should be to make it home safely. That's it. That should be the goal. If you leave your house, you want to get back in that motherfucker to your family or see the people you love. You should be able to make it home safely and get back in your bed and go to bed that night. That should be the goal. Anything else is a barrier to that. Nobody should be forced to come in between that goal. Nobody. If somebody chooses to, that's what being a hero is. That's what being brave, like, that's what that is. But nobody should be forced to be that, because then that wouldn't be called being brave. That wouldn't be called being a hero. That wouldn't be called being a noble trait. That would just be being a man. That would be a normal fucking thing. You know what I mean? That's not what it is. Let's say somebody would have got involved with that situation, and then whoever the dude was with pulled out a gun and shot him or started hitting him with bricks and killed him. I'm not saying that anybody should be getting hit with bricks at all. But I also prefer a situation where nobody dies. I personally would have preferred nobody argue in the first place. If he asks for your number, just keep going. Ignore him like you didn't hear him and just keep going to wherever you're going. There's no point in engaging with somebody who got a brick in their hand and wants to hit you. There's no point in doing that. This man wants to kill you. If he is threatening you with a brick and he holding a brick in his hand, there's no point in arguing with him. The first thing you should be doing is trying to run away from that situation. Especially if you don't feel like you can personally protect yourself. That's a situation you need to be finding the exit to immediately. I personally have no problem running away from somebody who got a gun in their hand. I've done it before. I have no problem running away from 5 niggas who want to jump me. I've done it before. If I feel like I'm in a situation where it's not going to end good for me, I will cut on my jets, put my Crocs in sport mode, and take the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. If you want to call me a bitch for that, I don't care. I'm alive.
Yep.
I'm healthy. I got all my ligaments. I can still see out of both eyes. I can hear out of both ears. None of that other shit matters.
And let's be honest. I mean, ligaments wouldn't matter. You could have 0 ligaments and you could just lay there and be alive. So we won't worry about ligaments. Yeah. Never mind. It's just over your head.
I do want my ligaments, though.
I mean, it would be good, but you could live without all of them.
I don't know if you can live without all of them. There's some ligaments I would refuse to get rid of.
Yeah. Which ones? I don't know. You just wouldn't have any joints.
My cheeks.
Hmm.
Thick boy fig. I could never get rid of the cheeks. No, it was a video.
You wouldn't be able to
No,
chew shit. You're right.
It was a video on Twitter that Jeff shared. This nigga it was a dude who was thick as hell. He was dancing.
Oh, I see
and
that.
Jeff shared it and said, "This keep real cousin dog." There's no
Did
way.
it look like the dude?
Huh?
Did it look like the dude?
Did he look like he real?
Yeah.
In the hips? Yeah, no, that shit was insane, man. But yeah, if y'all listening and y'all feel differently, or if y'all got any comments on the subject, please tap in and let me know. But I do feel like a situation where somebody means you nothing but harm, if you don't feel like you can protect yourself, you need to exit out of that situation immediately. You know what I mean? I'm not, there's no situations that I get into and I bank on anybody else protecting me. I don't care if I'm with all my niggas. I'm not talking shit on the banking on the fact that they gonna help me do anything or they finna stop somebody from hurting me. No. If I can't protect myself in a situation, I'm exiting that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't rely on nobody else to save me. I need to rely on myself first and foremost. That's why I think it's important to not put myself in situations that where I can get fucked up or I can get hurt or I can, you know what I mean? That's why I don't stop at corner store. And I seen somebody, speaking of, like you said, I seen somebody on Twitter saying that men are just scared of other men and that's why they wouldn't jump in or intervene or interfere. And then other women were commenting saying that they would intervene every time and niggas is just bitches for not intervening. But I want to say that there were women in the background and you can hear them. So if you're so strong as a woman and you would interfere and niggas is bitches for not interfering, where is all this hate for the women who were there and also didn't interfere? What's up with that? Why did it become a gender war? Why did it become a niggas ain't shit conversation? Why did we instantly see one dude, one obviously sick individual hit a woman with a brick and say all niggas ain't shit instead of saying that nigga ain't shit? What's going on? Why did we have to attack all niggas as if we had something to do with what he did? I never hit a bitch with, I've never even cussed a woman out or said anything foul to a woman for rejecting me if I asked for her phone number.
Man, you reject me, okay. Just keep
I've
moving.
never done anything like that. So why am I getting hate when he hit you with a brick or he hit a woman with a brick? What the fuck I got to do with that? What the fuck was I doing? I didn't do shit to you and I ain't never did no shit like that. And then they say if it don't apply, let it fly. Don't say the shit. Fuck is you talking about? Why you talk about niggas, all men and then not meaning me? I'm a man. I don't know what you thought I was. I want to protect that the how people view me. Cause you talking about all men, and when they see that, they look at me. Just cause you might not mean me, don't know that they, what they see in me when you say shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's easy to be specific about what you really mean. We just choose not to.
Yep.
We choose not to. You could easily say, violent ass niggas are sick and need help. But instead you say, men are sick and need help. Well, all right. And I'm wrong if I say women are too. Like, what are you talking about? All of us need help. We are all sick. We all need help. We all play roles in fucked up situations.
Mm-hmm.
We all do.
Because that brings me, like, to another point where, like, all this, especially, like, the gender war stuff, it's like some people purposely say all men or all women when it comes to certain situations or, like, certain things. Like, you get some, I see somebody talking about it, like, oh, I got cheated on. So all this certain group of people ain't shit. When it's just that one individual that's
that
not
one
shit.
nigga who cheated on you.
And now you're casting that on all of the people that you don't even know.
And when you say something, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah.
You applied it. What the fuck is you talking about?
Saying to everybody.
You applied it. You want me to let it fly when you're talking about me. When you said all men, you didn't exclude me. You want me to exclude myself. You exclude me if you not talking about me. Otherwise, I'm going to answer the call. You talking about me.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because, like, that's what, like, someone would be. I'm like, I'm not going to... I've been in some city situations because of certain people, but I'm not going to apply that to everybody because I don't know everybody.
Right.
It's just that one person that fucked me over. Why do I have to apply this to, like, all women or, excuse me, all men? I'm like, it's just that one individual.
I'm going to just say this, man. This is my feelings on it. I know some people might not agree, but it really is this simple, guys. Men are stronger than women. Flat out. Men are stronger than women. That's just it. Point blank, period. Women are weak, and they need us to protect them in situations like this. They need it. We can't be out here letting them get hurt. We can't do that. That's wrong. But that's why I step up and I protect them. If people like me out there who need to step up and protect women when they in dangerous situations. Everybody not gonna do that. That night she was surrounded by a bunch of niggas who wouldn't do that. And that's okay too. I'm just saying that niggas like me need to make sure we around more often.
That and it's... I kind of blame social media sometimes about certain situations like this too. Because, like, when you... Like, people was bringing up her video before she even went out that night.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that women are protectors and providers.
Mm-hmm.
Men, like, lost their way and stuff like that. But then, like, you put yourself in situations where you...
I want to speak to that. I've said on this podcast before, and I know people don't like it when I say it, but as a black man... Okay, let me start off by saying, when they say stuff like women are the innate, like she said, women are the innate providers and the real protectors in the community and this, that, and the other. And I love black women. I think they are God. Mm-hmm. I think they are. But if we're talking about how I feel about, like, I feel like I don't feel support in society from black women. I feel more hatred. I feel more, I don't even know how else to put it. I just feel hate coming from black women more than I feel love, support, kindness. I don't know why they feel like they're so supportive as a group, because I don't,
and
you know,
it's probably gonna be kind of me being raised by a single black woman, because my father did pass away when I was younger. My mom was more tough on me and put these expectations that, like, it just don't feel like she was ever supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the expectations she think a man should have.
Mm-hmm.
So it was never love and support. This is how you supposed to be a man, and if you don't meet these guidelines, then you pretty much not a man. So it's like it's stuff to look into.
But you know, that's another thing they never consider, because then I feel like you will hear some women say stuff like, "You were raised by a black woman, and you were da 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 by a black woman." We both know a black man, a good black man today, who hate his mama.
Man. It's man.
So you can't use that excuse, right? Like, all black women don't do a great job at being a mother. So we can't say that. You can't say that, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that my mom is like a bad mother.
Yeah, no.
It's just,
I mean, in
you
his
can
case,
see both. You can see how it can reflect on somebody's mental and the way they act towards certain groups of people, especially when they was raised by a single black woman. You could just tell. Like, some people I met that's been raised by that have a hatred for their mom, and then you meet their mom and it's just like, God damn. I'd be like, my mom was nothing like that, but Sometimes I feel like extremely bad for them that had to grow up in situations like that.
I mean, everybody don't got a good mama. That's why I feel like that even that narrative is nonsense because everybody think they're great. Everybody thinks they're amazing.
Oh my man! Everybody think they great. Everybody think they bad as fuck.
That doesn't mean that they're any of those things. Everybody thinks they're a great parent when they possibly weren't. Like everybody thinks highly of themselves. That is just how the world works. So I don't think that narrative counts for anything. Yeah, I don't know. I just see stuff like that, and then I see him quote shit like, "When a black man get killed, we march." We do too. It be men out there marching on the front lines. Like it's only women out there.
I seen somebody
there are
say,
men who do the work.
Somebody said, when the next time a black man get killed by the cops, we shouldn't do anything. But somebody was like, y'all don't do anything.
Women get killed too.
And yeah, that too. And then they was like, y'all don't jump in to fight the cops.
They don't. Y'all don't.
Like, we just march.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Y'all don't.
You kind of right about that. Nobody jumped in.
Y'all not pulling out guns and shooting niggas. Y'all not stopping them from killing us.
Like, we march.
We march about it. And after the nigga's dead. But that's the way society is. I'm not even getting into what that is. But I do feel like I can only speak for myself. I feel like I don't feel the support that they say that they show us. I feel the hate and I feel the disdain. But I don't feel all the positives that they say they do for black men when they say, we do all of this for y'all and y'all don't do nothing but hurt us. I don't feel that. I don't feel what y'all do for me. And y'all never describe it.
And even like,
and I'm not trying to bash any of them.
No, I'm not bashing anybody. It's just that especially me being different than the typical like black individual. Because I like anime, I like video games, comics, and all that. I never had that really support with even with most of the black community. I had more support with my black male friends with me being different than I have with any woman that ever been in my life. Like, when people start to know, like, see some of the stuff I'm into, like anime,
hentai.
I'm not into that.
Golden showers.
Yeah.
Dog. Or like how much I like actually read books. Like I read more books than I do watch TV or anything. Like I go through like 100 books a year.
Playboys.
No, like real novels, actual books.
50 Shades of Grey.
I never read that actually.
Twilight.
Nope.
You didn't read that at all? Hunger Games?
I actually read the Hunger Games.
J.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings.
Did you read the new one?
I loved them. Huh?
Did you read the new one?
No.
Songbird of the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Really good story. I read it recently.
Wait, that's a legit.
It's the latest installment of the Hunger Games trilogy.
Huh.
Yeah.
The movie is supposed to be coming out at the end of this year.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Dope. I didn't know that. Are the same characters?
You watched the movie or you read the books?
I've read the first book. I've seen all the movies, but
so Snow, the dude who runs everything. It's basically about him. It's a prequel set like.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, so they went back.
It's about
to when he was
the 12 Hunger Games, and he was just a student.
So he was he picked?
Well, it was the first year that they had mentors for the people who was going into the Hunger Games.
Okay.
And instead of having, obviously it was only 12 years, so they didn't have people who had won before to be mentors, really. So they had students from the Capitol be mentors.
Okay.
And this was the first year they did it.
And he was a mentor?
He was the mentor.
Okay.
And he mentored a girl from District 12 named Lucy Gray. And Lucy Gray and Katniss have, like, a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Okay.
They actually kind of allude to them being related, but they never outright say it, and that's something you got to try to come up with for yourself.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about him, because I guess the whole thing is that he had a connection with a young lady from District 12 who won the Hunger Games. That's a spoiler alert, but who cares?
I kind of figured he was going to mentor them to win.
And then fast forward 50 years, however many years, 60 years, there's a young girl from District 12 who shakes up and wins the Hunger Games again. So it's like District 12 keep coming back into his life in that way. And it's basically following him in that year and that girl and the romance that they have and shit like that.
Okay.
But
solid, you said.
Solid book.
Yep. So what I was saying, you know my niece.
Yeah, you don't like black women.
What?
That's what you were saying. You don't like black
Yeah,
women.
going back to what you said.
Ooh,
You don't like your
what?
niece?
You don't like your niece?
No, I was saying, my niece reads a lot. They take after me and read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you like black women, though, for starters?
You don't like black women that read a lot.
Do you like black women?
Hold on, is your niece black?
Your crush?
Yeah.
Oh, so
you know who it is.
So you do like
wow, this is crazy.
So you do like black women.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
We're going to act brand new on the pod today.
Interesting.
Anyway. But my niece, like, take after a lot of stuff I do, like, especially like the anime and reading.
Mm-hmm.
She actually told me that she did not like the latest book of The Hunger Games. And that's why I haven't read it
She
yet.
didn't like about it.
I don't know. She didn't really give me like a clear.
Probably because it's a prequel.
Yeah.
It's
And
probably-
prequels are tough to, like, you got to really disconnect from the movie, or, I mean, you got to disconnect from the series, read the book, and then maybe follow up and reread the series again.
Yeah.
Because she really liked Candace.
Huh?
She really liked Candace.
Katniss.
Yeah.
Katniss?
Why I say Candace? Katniss from the.
Katniss Everdeen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Katniss
probably
was cool,
why.
but the new chick was, I mean, that's why I say she could have been her fucking grandma. Like, she could have been related to her because they were alike in a lot of ways.
Okay.
A lot of ways. And that was important for the author to do that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Especially if they are not related, they are closely related. You know what I mean? Like, if she not her grandma, she her great aunt type shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one thing I really enjoy about my niece, especially how she gotten older.
She can read.
No,
Oh.
that's her
She can read stories so that you don't
her
have to.
interest. No, like she loves talking books and like anime and manga with me. Like she would blow my phone like up crazy, giving me like these long,
Did you watch One Piece?
giving me like these
The live
long-
action. Sorry, you watched the One Piece live action.
No, not yet, man. I'm behind on
But you would
lot
think
of
you
stuff.
would watch that. If this is the only good live action anime adaptation in history, you would think,
I'm gonna watch it. I'm behind on a lot of
all
stuff
right,
right now.
all right, all right. But y'all say shit like, oh, it's too childish. Where the live action can't be too childish. They actual characters.
I'm behind on a lot of shows,
they,
man.
they real people. You can't say they drawing stupid because they real people.
It's on my list. I heard it was really good. I
It
seen
was
the
pretty
rating,
good. It was pretty
and I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it because, And then y'all put it in the group chat too, and I'm like, all right, I'll watch it.
Let's talk about Blueface before we get up out of here, man. I was gonna tell you to play your video, but the sound don't work.
Yeah.
Blueface is getting the people talking about cancel Blueface because his baby was born last night. Krishan Rock had the baby. She named her son Krishan. And
Face?
huh?
Krishan Face?
I don't know. Krishan Face probably is a fire name. Krishan Rock, Krishan Face. But people are mad at him because he wasn't with Krishan Rock at the hospital. He was in Miami with his other baby mama or his new girl or his now again girlfriend.
Okay.
And he was turning up with her instead on Instagram Live or something like that. And they're like, "You're a horrible father. Cancel him." Da 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 da. But
Like, people's just.
niggas wasn't even allowed in the delivery room like 40 years ago. Like,
That's
Well-
not the direction I was going in.
I'm
but
saying, like, but y'all act like the nigga the worst nigga in the world because he wasn't in the delivery room.
Well, I got
That's a new thing. That's
there's too
fairly
well,
new.
my dad was in the delivery room, and that was 30, 40 years ago. You know
How
what I'm
old
saying?
are you?
39.
You an old motherfucker.
Yeah. And excuse me. So when I say
reckon.
when I say again, yes, you're right. They weren't allowed in the delivery rooms.
But like 5 years before you was born,
No,
Know what
there's
I'm
a
saying?
there's a lot to really figure out with that. Like, was she in labor hours before that? Was it a C-section appointment that we knew he knew that she was gonna go at 9:00 yesterday and go to the hospital and have the baby?
but he also said he didn't want to have that baby.
man, that's my main thing right there. Y'all up here bashing him
But not
when
being at
he
the birth of a
said
baby he didn't want
several
to have.
times he do not want this baby.
Y'all bashing him for not being at the birth of a baby he didn't want to have. It's
He
crazy.
said several times he don't want to be with her.
But that's my thing though. If
Why are y'all trying to like
'Cause it
force
also-
this
it wasn't
man to
just
do
what he
something
said.
he's not wanting to do?
it's not just what he said though. He followed that up with actions that supported what he said. And if somebody tells you who they are, and then shows you who they are, the blame is on you for not believing them. Like
Before she even got pregnant, he was saying he don't want to be with you. He's doing things that show he don't want to be with you.
Well, their
Then you get
relationship was
pregnant
toxic.
by-
it was
Damn.
toxic, but that should be enough. That should be enough, right? Like that should be if he tell you, I don't want to be with you, and our relationship is toxic, and I don't want to have a kid with you. That should be enough. Even if a dude is telling you, oh, I do want to have a kid with you, and I do want to be with you, and then I'm showing you by doing things that shows that I don't want to be with you and I don't want to have a kid with you, that should be enough.
That's like, all right, bro, I'm good.
That should
Like,
be enough.
we
'Cause
can
y'all
just cut
shaming
this.
him and y'all canceling him for being who he said he was. Y'all mad at him for being the person he said he was. It's crazy to me.
Man,
He
I'm
never
like-
he never claimed to be anybody different.
I'm like, when is it you got to look internally and be like, okay, I need to take accountability of my actions because he has said it, he has showed it, but I'm still going back to it, even trying to prove this person wrong.
And saying they're
Well,
bad
he went
person.
back to her too after saying he didn't want to be.
Somebody
Involved
keep
with her.
coming back to
They
be.
both are toxic for each
That's-
other.
Yeah,
She wasn't responsible enough to be on birth control or to make sure she wasn't going to get pregnant, and he wasn't responsible enough to wear protection or pull out or whatever. I mean, they're
I'm like, but you dealing with a dude that ain't shit.
you've known that
You've known
because
that.
he showed
Like,
that.
I'm not even saying this on her anymore. Cause she know he ain't shit. She made her decision. That's cool. Y'all, the people who tuning in from the outside looking
Okay.
in, are mad at him and want to cancel him for being who he said he was.
Ain't shit nigga.
This is who he said he
said
was.
it millions
He's
of times.
proved
He's
it
proven time and time again that this is who he is.
before the child.
You want to
came
cancel
into the
him? What did you
picture.
think? What type of father did you think he was gonna be when he said, "I don't want this kid"?
Exactly. Not one.
And that's another thing that was like showing up after this situation happened with Blueface and Krishan. People was up there saying, like, posting they baby daddies and saying, and then somebody made a whole montage of it and said, what did y'all think was gonna happen
but let me
if y'all
ask-
had babies with these dudes?
But let me ask this question though, because y'all want him to be around this kid, right? That he has told you he don't want to be in the life of, but y'all want to force him or bully him to be in this kid's life for what? He don't want so he can abuse the kid. He don't want the kid. The kid is better off not being with the nigga if he don't want him. The kid is better off not ever meeting this nigga if he don't want to be a daddy. You can't force him to be a daddy if somebody tells you I don't want to have a kid and you try to force them to be a dad and by having that kid, you're a bad person. You're a bad because you're doing this to the kid. There's no telling what this person is gonna do to this child.
Mm-hmm.
If they told you after the child was born, I don't want nothing to do with this kid, and you try to force them visitation or bully them into being there for the kid, there's no telling what can happen to that child. Why would you want that to happen? Why would you want? I'm not saying that he would do anything to his kid. I'm not saying that anybody would. I don't know.
But he said he doesn't want anything to do with
But
the
he
kid.
said he doesn't want anything to do with the kid. Wouldn't it be best for the kid? Wouldn't it be in the kid's best interest, as far as safety reasons, to have them around people who love them?
Yep.
And want to be around them, want to take care of them, who don't feel disdain for them, or don't look at them with any malice for them being alive when they didn't want them to be here, or look at them like a responsibility instead look at them like a gift? Isn't that what's best for the kid? How can you bully somebody into being a dad?
Or mom.
That's not healthy for this
Anything.
child.
Surround that child with people that want to be around.
Come
the child.
on.
That's
Come
that's
on.
my
That's
thing.
all. That's my whole thing. Y'all want to bully somebody into being a bad father. You want to bully somebody into being a bad mother. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb as fuck. If somebody say they don't want to have a kid, you probably should not make them a father. You probably should not make them a mother, because they will probably be a bad parent. You can't be mad at them for not wanting to be in their kid's life when they could potentially not only hurt the kid, but ruin the child's future forever. They might not see everything in the child's best interest or have the child's best interest at heart. They might not do that because they don't want the kid. So how the fuck are you bullying them into being a dad? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even correlate.
And then the mental damage you causing the kid.
They don't want to think about shit like that. All they think about is, you're a dad and you have a kid, so you need to be in their life, despite the fact that you might be a horrible fucking father.
Your son looking at you
Despite
like,
the
oh, my
fact that
dad hate me.
Come
And
on,
I gotta
son.
sit here and look at him in his face.
Come on, but
Like,
but
what is the point?
it's not until the dad who said he didn't want to be a dad don't show up for the kid 1,000 times that you say, I would rather him not show up at all than to be inconsistent. Well, now you fucking get it. Now you get it. You would rather no dad at all than a bad dad. You should not have put them in that position. You played a part in that as well. You were being fucking selfish as fuck. But they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that they was being selfish as hell. I'm wrong. Because I should be telling them that this nigga's a bad person. We fucking knew that already. I shouldn't have to tell you that the sky is blue.
The whole year.
I shouldn't have to tell you the sky is blue. We can look up and see that shit. Yes, he's a horrible fucking person. Guess what? You're a fucking selfish individual. That's something we didn't know. Let's talk about something we didn't know. You're selfish as hell. That's the problem. Y'all don't want to take responsibility for y'all actions. You were selfish and he was a bad person. And you know what that makes? A beautiful child with fucking problems. That's what that makes. Maybe I should be a counselor, man. I can solve all these issues. I can solve all these
Nope.
issues.
You be having
No.
people pissed in there. They be wanting to fight you
I can solve
every day.
all the issues, man. Before we get up out of here, let's talk about this last topic. Drunk drivers pay child support. What you think? If you're a drunk driver, you crash into somebody, you kill a parent, they have kids, should they have to pay child support? The drunk driver had to pay child support for the kids of the parents that were killed.
I actually think that's kind of a good idea.
I wouldn't rule it out, but I mean, yeah, in some sort of way, yeah. They should have to.
Because your irresponsibility caused the life of somebody else. So now you got to take up that responsibility that you took away from
I
somebody.
mean, the problem is, like, let's say the person's not necessarily gonna do anything. It's just like a dad that ain't gonna pay his child support. It's just gonna rack up, and then it's not ever gonna get to the person.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
If you have a car,
That don't mean shit.
That don't mean nothing.
if you drunk driving,
That don't
That
mean
don't mean
shit.
nothing
have a
either.
car, they could repo your car.
Well, okay, but that's still like what you're just gonna now give all that money to the kid when there's other potential damages and things that they need to pay for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Insurance isn't
Yeah.
gonna cover shit. I mean, there's.
But I guess another thing is though, it's not just people with nothing to lose who drive drunk.
No,
There are successful people who drive drunk with jobs,
Yep.
like with good careers who drive drunk, and they also have the means to support a family. I guess my question would be though, what do you do if you drive drunk and you kill a kid? Do you pay parent support?
Oh, right. It just.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of things to that. Like if they're adults and they don't have children, those adults don't benefit at all from any. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just say child support.
But I guess the thing is, the focus is that the child having the support that they need comes first.
Well, I would say someone under 18 who needs
But
who's
why-
dependent,
I guess,
then yes, there should be something for the kids.
and I guess my question would be, why are the lawmakers pushing this on to the drunk drivers? I can understand that they need punishment. We can punish them and also make sure that there is some type of government help created for kids who lost their parents. Like you can do both.
Mm-hmm.
And it can fall on the government, not the drunk drivers. Like the government can put together whatever they need to put together to help kids who lost their parents, and that can be the government's responsibility instead of them trying to pass that off to drunk drivers who might not pay it.
But then that's just bringing taxes up for everybody that may be doing the right thing, right?
I think taxes should pay for kids. I think that's something that taxes should go to. If a kid loses their parents, taxes should go to supporting that kid in ways that kid needs to be supported until they 18. We do that anyway.
But if both parents are
We do that anyway.
if both parents are taking, we do. So that's already taken care of.
That's already taken care of.
It's funny how we just worked our way out of
We
it.
just worked our way out of that. I just thought I had to do some thinking like, wait, we do that. That is where taxes go. Yeah. The government should just do a better job at doing their job instead of passing off the buck.
Correct.
That's one thing I like the idea of there being consequences for drunk driving,
100%.
but I think
Both you
I don't
guys are
think-
taking Ubers home.
I
right?
don't think we should. I don't think it's fair that the government passes off the buck. The government should take responsibility for the things that they need to handle first and foremost. You are the government. This falls under your
Umbrella.
umbrella of things that you're
Yeah.
responsible for.
Yeah.
The youth being taken care of, the orphan youth. It's your responsibility.
Yep.
I don't dislike drunk drivers so much that I'm gonna tell the government not to do their job. Y'all can do both.
Agreed.
Anything else y'all want to talk about tonight? I do want to say again though, because the people when y'all hear this episode, it is going on everywhere you listen to podcasts. So listen, that shorty, the Somalian chick with that fat ass booty. You saw her booty?
I did not.
So fucking thick. Did you see it?
I seen it, but it didn't like matter to me.
You were looking at the brick
Shut your
house.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Listen, I wanna pray for her. If anybody know her GoFundMe, hit us with it. We gonna share the link. I want everybody to help her. I do not support people getting hit by bricks. I just want us all to make good decisions. That's all. I want to stop all the gender wars, and I want us to make good decisions. If y'all know her GoFundMe, send it to me. I will post it for everybody who listens to this podcast to go in and send her some bread, please. Because, dog, she got lumped up. It was unfair, wrong, evil, vile.
I read somewhere that it looked like she had a face on her face.
She looked like
Man.
Two-Face.
Dang.
She had a face on her. No, she looked... Shouldn't say that. Dog, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong.
I didn't even say
Y'all
anything.
wrong, bro. Y'all wrong. You're wrong.
I didn't say nothing though.
You know the nigga from Spy Kids with the multiple faces? You know that nigga? You know who I'm talking about?
Nope, I sure don't.
Oh, you
I
know
don't
who I'm
know
talking about?
anything.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Uh-uh.
Oh, look it up. Look it up. You got a computer in front of you. Just type in Spy Kids, multiple faces. No, that shit fucked up, man. Don't talk about her like that.
You the one that wow.
Don't do
that's
no shit like that.
crazy.
She got lumped up, bro.
Oh my gosh.
She got lumped
Oh,
up,
you
bro.
looked it up that fast?
She got lumped up, bro. And I want to pray for her. Can we take a moment? We're going to pray off pod, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been a great episode. J-Dub, you got the button ready? It's the Laid Back Ass Podcasting.
And we some laid back ass
We'll see y'all
niggas.
next week. Yes, sir.